told him, I said, if you speak to everybody, you say, hey, we go get you ice cream. That boy spoke. He went up to people. Hey. I was like, oh my goodness.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with a little bribe. I'm actually about to put my son on an allowance and so he could dust. Because I do not dust. And I'm just like, you know what? This is about to be your job.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't get an allowance growing up.
I didn't either.
But granted, my family engaged in child labor because we had a cleaning business. So, I mean,
I'm about to say, I started working at 14.
Yeah, we had a cleaning business. So I was working.
Pretty sure that's illegal as well.
Oh, absolutely. Depends on what you were doing, but yeah.
So it was a family business. So I guess maybe that's how you get around child labor laws is if it's a family business.
Yeah, we lost the gig because my parents. So we had a rule. Anytime that we worked at a building, if we saw a car pull up, me and Brittany knew where to go to sit down to act like, and we had to act like we were asleep or that we were just sitting there reading magazines or whatever.
Yeah.
Because we used to do a lot of dentist offices. And one day we had our cousins with us and we forgot to tell them the routine. So when we saw the car, me and my sister was like, come on. And they were taking too slow. They was taking too long to get to where we was going. Man, we lost that contract the next week. So my mom and dad was pissed, but it was, it's just funny. But yeah, we was cleaning. It was, so I guess probably when I got to, I don't know, 9th grade, my mom and them started paying me for those.
Yeah.
Cause there's all types of laws being broken. My parents had me driving with no license, no permit, going to clean buildings by myself.
Hey man, teacher responsibility.
I remember when I was 15, my mom let me drive from Charlotte to Columbia, convocation, no permit. Booking it down 77.
She was in the car?
No.
Oh, just you?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that was very, very illegal.
My mom was already at convocation.
I was driving at 15. But I mean, I got my license at 15. So you had to drive before you got your license.
Absolutely.
So,
Mama, ask my mom.
I don't think I drove by myself though.
Bro, I was on 7716 going from Charlotte to Columbia. It was bad. And you know what? My dad talked about how he got in a car accident one time. Somebody rear-ended him and it was a boy. And he was like, the boy was 17 going to pick up his dad from work. And I told him, just give me your information, get in your car, go.
Yeah.
And he said, as soon as that boy got back in the car, the police just looped around. My dad was trying to tell him like, nah, he's good.
Yeah.
And they were like, no. And they asked the boy age, license. He had none of it because he just had to go get his father from work. And my dad was just like, man, only thing I thought about is all them times we had you in the car, no license, neither one of us in the car, and you was doing something for us. And he was like, I tried to let it go. But then let me tell y'all something. My dad was like, cool, you just fix the car. You know what that man told him?
What?
He told his insurance that the accident never happened. He wasn't his son. So my dad he was like, what are you doing? Like, I'm trying to look out for your son, blah, blah, blah. My dad was like, you know what? Now I got to go to the doctor and check my back out. So your insurance about to have a field day. What you been up to, man?
Not much, man. Trying to plan our end of July event. So stay tuned for that. June 8th. Everybody don't forget, we're going to be out there hooping. Not sure what's the name of the park or where we're going to do it.
Yeah.
But we try to put together some, chips and hot dogs and sodas for you guys. Live stream it.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time.
Let me start working out for real then.
It's gonna be a good time.
It is gonna be a good time. I'm trying to get Bilal. Happy birthday, Bilal. Much love to you, buddy. I'm trying to get him to host it on to be the announcer, the sideline reporter.
Oh, so we got to bring a speaker too and a microphone.
We're gonna do that. But at least he can run the live and tell everybody what's going on because he's hilarious.
That is gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. Jamar said he might come up from Columbia. Shout out to Jamar in Columbia. Did we talk about my birthday last week? Yeah, we did.
Yeah. And good saying Jamar. So yeah, Jamar. Yeah, I'd love to see Jamar come up.
Hey, Jamar, get that right.
I don't want to know what you're talking about.
Nah, I'm just like, sometimes your boys, they hit you up and be like, yo, I'm talking to a girl. Everything's good. You ever heard somebody like talk themselves out of a relationship?
Yeah, I mean, when I was younger, for sure. Yeah. At this age, people are just straight up divorcing.
Well, I had to tell Jamar, and I tell a lot of guys this, so they ain't really particular about Jamar, even though it is. You don't have you got to start looking at the positives. Not everything is negative, and like not
absolutely.
Don't psych yourself out like, hey, everything is right. What am I missing that's wrong?
Yeah,
and because you would lose a good person doing that. And so, and that was funny. I was telling a guy that last week. I was like, yo, stop thinking about what am I missing, and like,
let me tell you something. If you got a good girl. And when I say a good girl, like, she's loyal. She, does things to try to make you happy. She ain't out here in these streets.
Facts.
Like, bro, if you got like those things, like, like that's a woman that you want to settle down with. Ain't nothing in these streets, man. I'm telling y'all, I ain't going. As someone that is older, like, it's nowhere. Dating in Charlotte is just hell. It's just hell. So, like, if you don't have to be in these streets, bro, do not be in these streets. Speaking of being in these streets, me and Gavin are talking before the pod.
Oh, gosh. We were.
So I'm like, I'm telling Gavin, I'm like, hey, man, I was like, I forgot to tell you. I was like, I'm actually going to be out of town. Not next week, but the week after next. So I was like, we're not going to be able to pod. I'm like, I'm still going to go live, but we're not going to be able to pod.
Absolutely.
So, Gav, what was your question? You was like,
I was like, where you going?
All right. And I was like, hey, man.
You going to a location?
Yeah, I'm going to a location.
And then so I said, all right, cool, bet. I was like, run them dates back. And he ran the dates back. I'm like, I'm supposed to be there too. Yeah. So it's going to be interesting.
So both of us done tried to sneak off. Yeah. And then snuck to the same city.
To be fair,
at the same time.
I was coming back before the pod. I'm planning to do the pod but it's all good. It's gonna be fun. I will be down there. Y'all see what happens.
Yeah. We definitely will.
We're going because Poor Minds set the foundation. So we gotta follow in their footsteps. And
you know what? We might as well make it a Black Dads Club event.
Oh gosh.
We might as well. We might as well.
Oh gosh.
No. Hilarious. Both of us
hilarious.
Sneaking off to the exact same city at the exact same time.
Hey, shout out to us. Y'all know how this shit go. Hold on, let's do this right quick. And shout out to us having notes this week. You know what I'm saying?
Let me hold
my baby talking.
Supported men financially throughout my life. It got to a point where they were ungrateful, and one of them actually cheated on me with a stripper with money that I gave him.
How did that make you feel?
I mean, honestly, I love a good plot. So this shit was so crazy that I was like, this is fucking unserious as fuck. How the fuck you gonna be sitting on my couch playing Xbox all day after you lost your job, after I fucking told you, don't do this thing, it's gonna make you lose your job. And he lost his fucking job. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna be a soldier. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be a ride or die. I'm like, take a week, chill, get your mind right, whatever. Week turns into a month. And then I'm like, all right, look, you ain't finna be sitting on the couch playing video games all day while I pay all the bills. That's fucking crazy. So here's some money. Go out, have a drink, get your mind right.
Oh, he went and got a stripper.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at him because he probably felt so down and so low of himself. And he probably didn't know how to express to you how he felt. And she probably hurt
better than you.
His most vulnerable He made a mistake, definitely, but he was vulnerable. Pride and ego probably was hurt. He didn't know no better. He didn't know what he had at them.
Oh, no, he certainly did not.
Joy, how much money did you give him?
I don't know. I mean, because to go to a strip club, I mean,
and then to get the stripper to
sleep with you. I mean, I don't know when this was.
Maybe his game is just amazing. I mean, he did pull Joy. I mean, so pulling a dancer ain't.
Yeah. Hey, let's not pretend that. How can I say this?
Please.
Okay, he would have paid for some sex, right?
Yeah, okay.
Escorting, right? So
companionship.
What the
girls like to say.
So I'm pretty sure, like at his level, like whatever it was that he was doing, he's used to paying for it in some form of fashion.
Okay,
right. To go back to the point that he pulled Joy.
Yes,
right.
Shout out to Joy.
So I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, one, how much money did you give him? Like, I did think that was a little bit of a embellishment of a story because I'm like. No woman's going. You got to be handing me at least a stat. Yeah. If I'm going to a strip club and I'm paying for a stripper.
But yeah, well, I knew the story was a lot when you said I gave him some money to go get a drink.
Yeah, like you just handed him a stat. You handed him $1,000 cash.
$40 to do give me enough drinks.
Yeah, and you can't get Kit Kat for $40 no more. Bring them Backpage days are gone. Backpage days are gone.
Y'all pack Backpage up and sent them shipping.
Backpage had the prices low.
They did. They did. Poor Backpage, man.
So I don't know with Joy. I don't know how much money she gave him. And the story, I tell you what, the story is a wee bit off, right? I'm not gonna say she's lying, but I am gonna say she's adding layers to the story. But my question is, hey, Joy, you can't get a man a week?
What, to go get a new job?
To get a new job, like, bro, it's not that easy to get a job, man.
Especially not in this economy. And I imagine she's talking about back in the day before Dixon.
But if he pulls Joy, he's probably in a field that's not hiring all the time.
Oh, facts, maybe. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
My thing is, You ever dated somebody that was unemployed? It's hard. It's hard to be Joy in that situation. I have.
I underemployed. I don't know if I've ever dated someone unemployed.
Oh, Karina ain't have a job, nigga.
Like, I didn't know you're talking about your wife. Good Lord. Goodness gracious.
I thought we weren't going to make it. This is in the dating stages. This is like, oh my gosh, this has to be, we got married in 2018. So this has to be like 14, 15, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And I think I was calling your brother every day. Like, bro, she still ain't got a job. Like it's tough.
But I mean, at that age, man, the only thing y'all should have been doing is just hanging out.
Well,
at the crib.
You're hanging out. Well, you want to hang out at the crib, but I don't like being in my house all the time.
Yeah.
You know, I like to go out, get something to eat, go grab a drink. You might want to go to this one. We going to the club every Friday.
The double up in prices, that it does get old.
Bruh.
It gets old quick.
This is when I was at Sweet every Saturday. I was at Prohibition every Friday.
Oh, goodness. Yeah.
Tilt Sunday morning. Like I was outside.
You was out. Yeah. You just doubled up all them rates.
And then, you know, some days it was like, yo, I'm just... You know, she know the routine because it's our routine. But it's some days I'm like, yo, I'm gonna stay in.
Yeah, I can't afford this.
Me and Darnell sneaking out the suite now. You know what I'm saying? It got like that, and then it was like, it is hard. Now, I never gave her no money, so I don't know what Joy talking about, but it is what it is. But yeah, you know what? And I don't know how long it took her to get a job.
But it's how they were living together though. Was you and y'all weren't living together though?
Hell no, I never believed in that.
Yeah, so it's like if they living together and you're gonna be ride or die, like you gotta give me more than a month. Of course, absolutely. It's gonna look like I'm doing nothing when you get home. Like, I'm not gonna be doing stuff just to look busy in the house.
Facts.
I might have been busy between 8 and noon.
8 and noon, yeah. But you know what, bro? Let me tell you something. So it took my wife a couple months to get a job. When she got a job, she's been out earning me ever since. Yeah. So the last decade, it's just been the brokey in the house, right? So it's been cool. But I tell you this, yo, if you're unemployed, you got to leave the house. You can't be on the couch when she leave and you be in the same spot when she come back. So what you need to do is leave. Go to damn near Starbucks.
So you got to make it look like you're busy.
Yeah, she can't fuss then.
That's a solid point. Logically, it makes no sense. But I guess for the sake of her coming home, you need to look like you've been doing something.
Look like you've been doing something. Like go sit somewhere. So matter of fact, stay there to noon.
I mean, because you're like, yo, he was doing that. I'm like, look, no one walks into a business no more and asks, are you hiring?
They don't.
Everything is online now. That man could apply for jobs from the time she left at 8 to 11 o'clock. He could apply for 20 jobs.
And y'all need to stop putting these jobs on Indeed if y'all ain't going to hire these people. I applied for a photography position. I knew I had this job.
But
that shit was in
the market is crazy right now.
That job was in the bag for your boy. I had it too. Smoked it. I didn't even get to the interview. The application, I'm like, oh, this is easy work. My work is there. I got the portfolio for it. I got the resume. If you need a marketing, nope. And I'm just like, what are y'all doing? And then I get called for the stupid photography jobs. I had a company want to hire me for Airbnb. There's a new thing on Airbnb where you can you go into a town and you can book photo shoots for you. It's kind of smart. It's like you and your family traveling. Y'all might want to take pictures in this new city, whatever. And so I had a company hit me up. And they were like, yo, you charging $250 on Airbnb for this? I'm like, yeah. And the dude from Airbnb hit me up. And I was like, okay. He's like, I don't think people are going to go for this. What about 25? I said, 25 what?
To do what?
I said, if you don't get the hell off my phone, and my shit ain't live now, so they probably didn't like that. All right, let's get this pod started. Hold on.
I'm Pastor Mike Will.
Now, I am Gavin B. Welcome to service. Sit down. The Black Dads Club. What the hell is the point of this podcast? Let's do it like that.
If you are a black male and you're in a jam, hit me up. I'll get you out.
Trying to save black men.
We give black men a place to be seen, a place to be heard.
Sometimes I got to push back because be lying.
They do, but so do women. So that's what makes the pod cool.
Strap in. It's about to be fun.
Black Dads Club. Now let's begin.
We were supposed to talk about this last week. Next week we need next year we got to go to the iHeart Podfest thing.
Yeah.
Apparently this year they did you get to pitch your podcast and they signed the winner. An older black woman had one. Dope for her. I can't think of your pod right now, but definitely want to look into that. Sorry y'all, that was just a little pod meeting on air.
Yeah, on air. No, that's actually we actually missed it because I could have sworn last year was at a different date.
It was, and this year I wasn't like. First of all, maybe me and you just not looking. It seemed like they be promoting this shit like a week before it starts.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's like, if I'm Charlemagne, if I'm iHeart, if I'm Black Effect, I'm telling everybody on our network, hey, y'all need to be promoting this event.
Yes.
And you need to have it on your story, whatever. But whatever. Look, it's the reason why y'all signed, and I ain't.
All good. We'll be there next year.
And shout out to all of y'all that's lying that you're signed. I do a lot of pod research, and I talk to a bunch of y'all, and I ask, how did you get signed? And then you end up lying. You tell the truth. Some of y'all just saying y'all signed so you can look bigger. But whatever.
We just want the distro, man.
Look, I just need some marketing.
We just need the distro. That's all. We just need the distro.
I want to welcome everybody to the Black Dads Club. This is episode 178. That is Pastor Mike, Will, I am Gavin B, or I am Gavin B, whatever you want to call me. This episode is brought to you by, sponsored by, cut by, buzzed by, I don't know. Go get your weekday drink by No Grease Premium Outlets and Northlake Mall. Got a funny story, cannot tell it on air. I will say this, my God don't play about me.
Hey man, you can't tease it and not tell it.
You remember, I think I told you a story about the dude who stole one of my pictures and put it on a book?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nigga got some legal problems. Ain't got nothing to do with me.
Oh.
And
are they gonna pay you for it?
Oh, so, he ended up paying me for it.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny is he hit me up maybe like 2 or 3 months ago. He emailed me. He was like, hey, I'm looking for the link to book you. I'm ready to work again. And I sent him the most, I'm never working with you again email ever. I was basically like, F off. You played my face last time. It's not smart for me to play with you again. But anyway, and I haven't heard from him or seen him. But then I saw that mugshot. Keep your hands to yourself, people. That's all I got to say. Dad tip of the week. Let's fly by it. Dad tip of the week. Learn to adjust to your children and learn to adjust on the fly, man. Like, please learn to adjust. You know, we had a conversation off mic. I don't know if it was off mic or on mic, but I was telling Mike about how my son, like, breaking him out of habits, right?
Yeah.
And I'm learning now to adjust to his learning style because it was funny a couple weeks ago. I'm like concerned if he's learning what he's supposed to be learning.
Yeah.
Because my boy turns 4 this year. So next year it'd be, he'll be 5. And then it's going to be that, hey, do you go ahead and send him to school? Do you let him stay back one more year till he turns 6? Whatever. Because CMS, I don't know what the hell they doing. So anyway, and so I went to his daycare teacher. I went to the head lady there, and I was talking to her about something else. And I was telling her like how I was feeling about him and his learning. And she gave me like all these tips. And so it was funny just hearing that. And then so the next day, she needs some help on her computer. I'm the person that when you come by, you be like, oh, my computer does such and such. And my family still think I'm that person, right? And so Roman just stood beside her, quiet in a corner, hands down, just paying attention. And I was looking at him, and she's on the computer trying to show me what's wrong. And she said, you're just like every parent that come in here. You don't understand why your kid don't act like this at home. I said, I never heard him this quiet.
Yeah.
And she's like, it's just his learning style. You have to, we set boundaries up in here. We have things that's in place where he knows we don't talk. We don't do this. We don't, when you come in this room, we don't. I'm like, can you come do this shit at my house?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But
it's always good when your kid, if they're active with you, but when they're out, they know how to act. That's better than the reverse. Where at home they're quiet because you're authoritarian, and then in the streets they wilding.
Absolutely.
So I would prefer, like my son's the same way. Like whenever we take my people, like he acts so nice, and then at home it's just like bruh,
it's a tornado. What's going on? But yeah, man, to the new dads, just learn to adjust to your kid's learning style and know that your kid, there's no blueprint to this. So your kid gonna be different than everybody else.
Yeah, and I've heard different kids are different. I only have one, but I heard they're like individual, kids are different. And I guess, if I just think about my siblings, like, yeah, we all definitely different from one another.
Just first 3 are the same. That last one. She different.
She is different.
That's the homie.
Yeah.
Speaking of her, she texted me on Saturday. Y'all know what happened Saturday. The greatest concert to ever come through Charlotte happened on Saturday.
Hey man, the picture looked crazy.
It was crazy.
The photo actually did look crazy. I low-key, I was like, you know what? I might have should have just went.
Oh, let me tell y'all something. If you do not know, I went to the Grand National Tour. I did have a bookmark for you I left it at home. I'm bringing it for you because you're going to take this. I actually went to the dude and said, hey, I need one for my co-host. But I went to the GNX Tour with Kendrick and SZA. It was at Bank of America Stadium. Just knew the concert was going to get canceled.
Yeah, because it was pouring down. They couldn't cancel that. Now, when I looked at that crowd, that show was going to happen no matter what. They weren't canceling that one.
Let me tell y'all something. If you have not got a ticket, we have not gotten paid by anybody that look like TDE, work for TDE, wish they would sign to TDE. Nobody has paid us. If you have an interest in going to this concert, go. If you like Kendrick Lamar, you're not even if you like this last album. If you love this last album, you should go. But if you like the last album, you think it's cool, but you like his older stuff, please go. It was nothing short of amazing. I'm not going to lie. My feet were on fire.
Damn. Because
the doors open at 5. The show started at 7. DJ Mustard comes on at like 7:25.
Yeah.
And he kills it. I've been to anytime I go to Vegas and DJ Mustard is thinking about playing, I'm going. Like he is just an amazing. You don't realize how many hits he have.
Yeah.
And how much stuff he's been involved in. So him playing his set. Him playing some white soul songs. That's what I call them. It's the songs that the whites like, but he just playing it because it's dope.
Yeah.
You know, he going on. And then Kendrick probably came on around like 8:15, 8:30.
Really? He went before SZA?
Yeah.
So SZA wrapped it up.
No, it was, they did 8 songs.
Yeah.
He did 8. She did 8. He did 8, she did 8, and then they do final like 4 songs. Bro, it's like a 60. It's like, I want to say they said the set list is like 50 something songs.
Yeah,
it's long. He goes for 2 hours, 2.5 hours, just straight, and like so it's dope. He comes out, he starts off like the beginning of that album. Then SZA come out, they do like all of the stars and a couple of songs they got together. Then she does her part. Then he come back out and he killing it, and then she comes back out with her stuff, and you realize like. SZA has her own. Let me tell you something. Nobody screamed when Kendrick came out. That stadium went stupid when SZA brung her fine ass and them lips out on that stage. They screamed for her.
What's up.
And you know it was dope because it was the eve of Not Like Us. So it was the
one. Did he play it?
Yeah, did he? What? So the dope part about it, I ain't trying to ruin it, but the dope part about the show is. You know how some concerts have a concept?
Yeah.
So the concept is he's going through therapy.
Yeah.
And the therapist is asking him just to express himself and like why he's been so angry. And so one part of the therapy session was like, all right, let's talk about May 4th, 2024. And he's like, nothing happened that day. And so the therapist is like, yes, something big happened that day. You didn't have to do that. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then he just goes into Not Like Us. So that was dope. Yeah, man, it was a great, I have to say this. One thing I liked about the show, you know how they play house music before the show starts?
Yeah.
They played like Luther Vandross's greatest hits.
Nice.
And so it was just dope. Like everybody in the stadium just vibing to that. Yeah. The merch was crazy. It was expensive. There's a hat. If anybody can find me the Not Today Satan hat, and it has I Love You SZA on the back, but it says Not Today Satan. I need that hat. Tour merch is too expensive.
How much was that hat? $75?
$50. But I got a hoodie. I bought a hoodie, a shirt. Let me tell you how sneaky my wife is. Somebody was like, oh, you taking him here for his birthday. How beautiful. I don't know if I told this here. And she was like, oh, yeah, thank you. I'm like, girl, I paid for them damn tickets.
She got to take credit.
And then we there, and she's like, let me get you some merch. And we seen the line was just too long. And so I'm online. I'm slow pushing the button of purchase.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, she ain't gonna. So I hit the button. Oh, you didn't want me to get it? I wanted to choke her out that damn stadium, man. But great show, man. If you look, it's up there for my favorite concerts. It's up there. I don't think it's definitely not better than my favorite concerts. Let's just put it like this. Number 1 is gonna be the Glow in the Dark tour that Kanye did with Lupe and Rihanna. That was an amazing show. Number 2 best concert for me probably was Travis Scott's Birds Sing the Trap McKnight, whatever y'all know. Y'all know the album. That's up there. 3 probably gonna be Beyonce. And then this might be right after that. And the reason why I say it like that is, and then after that it's gonna probably be Maxwell or somewhere in a J. Cole set.
Yeah.
Let me put it like this. I really thought Long and Hard was this better than Beyonce's. And I have to say this. Beyonce's show was so great because I knew not one song. And for me to feel that highly about that concert, not knowing one song that was being played that night, lets me know how great that show is. Would not be going to this Beyonce tour that's currently going on. I think it's beautiful. She bringing her kids out. I love it. You not getting me with the cowboy boots and the songs that none of y'all know. You won't get me there.
This is definitely fan music.
Absolutely. But I encourage anybody to go.
Sounds like a dope show. I mean, I don't know. If I come up on a lick this summer, maybe I'll catch it before it ends.
Yeah, I wish they would just live stream it, but bro, it's gonna be on Amazon Prime next year. But it sounds like just being in the stadium is the energy. It's the energy of the stadium. You got 60,000 people screaming. I want to say they said capacity was like 55. And I want to say Charlotte was like, I know a week before Charlotte was like at 49. And I was trying to get your sister. The reason why I mentioned your sister earlier, because me and her was texting while we were there. And I was trying to tell her to come sit by us.
Yeah.
And then, because we had 2 empty seats. I'm like, damn, we got the only 2 empty seats in this motherfucker.
Let's see here. June 18th look like it's the last show date. That's in Maryland. So, I don't know. Maybe I can make it.
Maybe. And then
Hanover.
Halfway through the show, them 2 people there, they came in high as hell. And they was late. And the girl was like, oh my gosh, did we miss SZA? She was about to cry. And I'm like, no, they've been interchanging. You're going to see SZA again. But you missed all the good shit.
I would not want to miss a show that tickets are that expensive. I don't know. Yeah, it ends in June. June 12th in Toronto. Maybe I can make it to that one.
On the album, he says, I'm going to double back in your city. Well, I'm going to hit your city, double back with a deluxe. If he drop a deluxe after he leave Toronto, this man is a menace.
Hey, man. Hey, he's on top now. What you going to do with it?
He is. Music sucks this year, though.
Music is terrible this year, for real. Hey, you know why it's terrible?
Why?
There's no Drake.
Oh, no, it ain't that. Y'all got a Drake album. Y'all ain't singing it.
No, because it's not good. When I say there's no Drake, I'm talking about like 2015 Drake.
I'm telling y'all this nigga ain't been good.
And there's no Kanye.
Well, you got a Kanye album last week.
No, again, there's no Kanye.
You got an Andre 3000 album yesterday.
No, there's been no Andre in 10 years. But
he dropped the album yesterday.
Is it? What is it? For real?
Yes. That's why he was wearing a piano at the Met Gala. It's nothing but a piano album. By the way, I think it's amazing. I'm not saying
I didn't like the flute, but maybe I like the piano.
The piano. If that's him playing, I don't know if that's really him playing. First of all, because nobody said it was him. But the fact that, you doing this is dope to me. And the fact of is like, I want to know, is he just trying to get out his deal? Because
it could be. But I mean, but he's also older. So, I mean, if I could do whatever I wanted in my 50s, I would definitely be doing some electric type stuff. Like, I would definitely be like, let me get a BMW Cruiser and cruise across the continent of Africa and take pictures. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, if you can do that in your 50s, like, it's like the perfect time because you're old enough to appreciate it, but you're still young enough to where you still got the energy to get up in the morning and do stuff. So I get it, Andre. I get it. But no, music is bad because like Beyonce didn't put out a great album. Rihanna hasn't put out music.
She's pregnant now.
Yeah, she's done. I don't think you get any more music from her. And then you don't have, the Kanye we miss or the Drake we miss. Like, those are your hit makers.
Yeah, and everything's sitting over there at pop. I need to listen to Sabrina Carpenter album.
I have not listened to it.
That's some good looking milk right there. How old is she before I say this?
You probably already below whatever you think is appropriate.
Y'all know I don't talk to no bitch under 26. I don't talk to no. And if you 26, I ain't talking to you. I'm walking off. I don't talk to no woman under 27.
I'm not doing that argument.
He not. Mike does not have the same standard.
I do not have that standard.
But Sabrina Carpenter, that's some good looking milk. Speaking of the Met Gala, Rihanna's pregnant. Pusha T, I need that suit. That shit was fire.
Let me look at it.
It was fire. I just like the burgundy, the thing, the bees on whatever that is on top. Louis Vuitton did it. Louis Vuitton killed. Dolce outfit looked good. I don't know what the hell Janelle Monáe is. I'm not a fashion guy, so y'all can tell me it's fire. I was told it was fire. I saw it, wasn't impressed. Andre walking around with a piano on his back. Whatever. Pharrell looked good. Everybody looked good. It looked.
Pharrell got a good looking suit. I saw your boy Future cut the dread. Everybody cutting the dreads off now. I guess that's done.
Future. You know Darnell gonna call me today and say, yo, Future cut his hair off. I think I might follow suit. I said, get off my damn. Darnell for real think he Future.
But I mean, cause like, you know, so my son has not braids. What do you
Twisties?
Locks. Whatever. Yeah.
He said locks or whatever.
Yeah. So because I mean, as you can see, like those are far days gone for me. Yeah. But even though I might go to Turkey, like never count me out. I don't know yet. But he actually, like, you know, probably about 6 months ago. So I don't know. I guess that's the era right now where people are like, yo, I want to cut my hair and go back to a regular haircut.
Yeah, maybe. Jaylen Brown cut his hair off. He's got a weird ass shaped head.
So he was like, nah, I'm gonna keep it. But no, maybe that's the era now. But
look, Future, these text messages, Future, he let me down. So for those who not know, Future girl, Future had a shorty that he gave an AP watch to, because that's Future's thing.
Yeah.
He gives, if you're his girl, you get an AP. Somehow he got it back from her. I don't know how that happened. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm the girl, if you ask for it back, I'm not sending it to you.
Nah.
But probably what happens is it's like, yo, I see you last time and I take it. Yeah. And then you just like, whatever. And then I wonder, did she do the dumb shit that women do? Be like, here, take it back then. It's like.
That's probably, more than likely, that's what happened. Yeah, you take your stupid watch. Yeah. I don't need it.
Well, she got Trippie Redd now. And as a person who used to be a fan of Trippie Redd, he started to scare me. You know, but anyway, she released some text messages from Future.
What did he say? Did that boy go out bad? Did he like her?
He liked her.
Anytime you like a woman, man, them text messages are gonna read bad, bro.
He writes, I hope you got that tattoo removed. Embarrassing. You're a really good girl. She said, you're such a narcissist. You took back my watch. There's nothing to speak on. He was like, that's your nigga now. She said, we just talked. He said, so you came to Miami and didn't tell me, huh? She said, you got Cabrina, Brianna, Jessica. I don't want to be a part of that.
Yeah, I want you too, though. Yeah. I miss you. I ain't talking about them. I miss you.
And then the dirty macking statement from Pluto was,
oh, come on, bro. Dirty Mac.
You stupid to think that that's not the case with all these niggas. Basically.
Well, I mean, that's dry. That's more dry snitching than dirty macking.
It's all muddy to me.
Yeah, that's more dry snitching.
Future, come on, man. It is dry snitching.
Yeah.
And we got to... Sometimes you got to dry snitch if you really like her.
I'm about to say, if you really like her, sometimes and you don't mean to, you just like her. You know what I'm saying? Like, it happens, man, when you like a woman, man. Look, those messages are never going to read good if you really like a woman. You're gonna be going out bad in them.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about the times I done dry snitched.
But don't dirty Mac. Like, don't talk on a man's name, right? Don't be like, yo, I saw your dude XYZ. That's whack.
Oh yeah, that's corny.
Yeah. But you can't dirty Mac. But but dry snitching, hey, sometimes it just happens, man, because you just, I'm anti all that.
Okay.
But, as a guy that has, hey, I don't lost some, so hey, it happens sometimes. So it's like, I still wouldn't be like, hey man, let me go out here and bang on your guy.
Yeah.
Because I don't want nobody to do that to me.
Absolutely. But then also I'm looking at her like, why you put this online?
I don't know why she put that online. She wanted the clout. Well, is she an Instagram influencer?
She's a thick one.
Yeah, so it's attention is the currency, man. And it's like, as a guy, I don't understand why these guys mess with OnlyFans girls and Instagram women, because, bruh, how else they gonna get 10,000 likes? Like, once you get addicted to 10,000 likes, there's no going back.
It's not, but then you realize, like, first of all, it's not but so many baddies out here.
Yeah, most of them aren't even baddies anymore. Most women are just attractive.
Well, are you talking about the looks, or are you talking about the attitude, the persona?
Well, the actual looks. Yeah, now the baddie persona. Yeah, that's the era now.
Yeah,
right.
And so the baddie persona is, they looking at teeth. These dudes is looking at, her makeup fire, her teeth is fire, her nose is a certain way, she wearing the stuff, she got the chain on. And they fine. Their body already done. Because, these niggas they like fucking, this is why I be, the sex toys. What's the little plastic joints? The silicone bodies. The little sex toys.
Oh, the sex.
That's what these BBLs be feeling like.
Really?
And I don't know. I'm married.
I I haven't been to the strip club in so long. So I don't know what a BBL feel like.
Oh, I told you when I went to flirt, every woman in there, maybe not every woman, 90% of the women in there.
See, I'm still the natural body guy.
So you're not the 2-pounder guy.
I'm not the 2-pounder. Well, look, I don't mind a 2-pounder.
Okay.
But when you ask for my preference, it's like I prefer this, right? Yes. But sometimes it's a 2-pounder type day. You know, so like that happens. It happens. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, yo, I ain't gonna never, grab a Bigums. Yeah. Like, no, I mean I will. But it's like if you say like, hey, what's your preference?
Yeah. Right?
You ask me to choose between Burger King and Five Guys, there is an obvious answer here.
I'm laughing because y'all had this argument between, body types. And I like my girl around about 165, 170. That's it though.
But it depends on the height though. If she 5'2", you don't want around, 170. Well, preferably I would say no.
Oh, I don't date girls under a certain height. I don't believe in that shit. Y'all don't like short kings. I don't like short queens.
I mean, good luck, man. I mean, I'm short, so
I'm good.
But I was like, most women are between like 5'2" and 5'6".
Yeah. My girl right at 5'6".
Yeah, I'm about to say, so like 5'6" is kind of like a tall woman.
Yeah, and my girl is the shortest girl I ever dated.
Oh,
I used to like him 5'10".
She's like taller than you.
Yes.
So okay, but again,
right? Cut a tree?
Yeah. Oh, bro, man, my freshman year, man, I had the center. The girls basketball. Well, she got me actually. I did not go after her. Like, and I'm just like that. She
dunking on my ass.
The crazy thing was, now I am young, right? So I'm retelling the story. I obviously know better now, but I'm like, I wonder how I'm gonna do this, right? Because like for real, she was like 6'5".
Oh hell.
And I'm like 5'8". So she's like damn near a foot taller than me. I mean, legs. I mean, I'm talking about like legs super freaking long. Yeah. And then, but it really doesn't matter when they're in the bed. So I was like, oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how tall she is.
Yeah.
That was great too. It really was great. Like I wish she was cuter.
Do you got an ex that could get you back if she wanted you?
No. No ex that could get no way. No way. And this is no offense to any of my exes. Love all y'all. Y'all are amazing.
I have a notes here. Every week, throughout the week, I'm going to make a list of questions to ask Mike to get to know him better.
Yeah.
No. So I was thinking about that this week. I'm like, I wonder if it's anybody that, if they put their mind to it, they can come back and bag Mike.
I mean, no, look, first off, I'm easy. So yes, they can get laid. But they wanted to get back in a relationship. No, I do not do that. Especially when you realize like how small the world is. Like, like now at this stage now, like, no, you would catch hell. Like you would have to accept so much.
Yeah.
Like you might as well just be single. Cause I'll be like, look, I'm still flying out on the 17th, I don't know what to tell you.
It's funny because Mike is a bird. He just basically told y'all you can clap his cheeks, but that's about it. Like that's crazy. I love this. I've said this before. After a certain age, we got to get y'all off social media. Antoine-ish, whatever your last name is, you're close to 50. And it's time for you to go ahead and hop off social media, big dog.
No. I like him on there. Like, this is becoming must-see TV.
Well, no, he can stay on the pod. He need to delete his socials.
Oh, wait. Did he do something crazy on socials this week?
Oh, he be going off on people.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, man, you guys started sending it to me. I ain't know issues like that.
Oh, yeah, it's emotional. So those who don't know, Ish and Dr. Marc Lamont Hill, so Marc Lamont Hill joined the show maybe, I don't know, the top of this year.
Yeah.
The greatest addition to a podcast I've ever seen.
Really good.
Really, really good. This is up there with them bringing the Breakfast Club together with Angela Yee, Charlamagne, and DJ. This is up there. Yeah, this is up there with like, all right, you bring these people together. This is one of the most amazing things. This is up there with Skip and Shannon. I mean, Skip and Shannon and Skip and Stephen A. Them coming together. Yep. This is one of the greatest pairings I've ever seen for TV. However, I think the consensus before the pod was, before Marc Lamont Hill got up there was.
And we're talking about the Joe Budden podcast for anybody that's catching up.
Thank you. Because Mike, no, I be just talking. The consensus was that Ish and Mel were the two smartest people up there. If you asked either side of the community.
Yeah.
I had Ish and Joe, but whatever.
Yeah.
and I had Mel at a strong third. Since Marc has got up there, he showed us what real intelligence looks like. And no offense to anybody that's on there.
Yeah.
And since then, Marc and Ish have been arguing. Now, I will say this before I continue. That is on Joe. Joe, this past week, they were having a conversation, and everybody every week has been giving Joe a little bit of, hey, you keep throwing in our face that Marc is killing it and is getting on everybody's nerves a little bit. Yeah. So the point was, Marc was supposed to come on and everybody on the show will get one episode off a month.
Yeah.
That was the point of Marc coming. When Marc got there, that whole plan went out the window. And Joe said he makes y'all better.
Yeah.
And I kind of get that. It's like, yo, we got somebody here. He's encouraging higher level conversations. He's checking people. And it's kind of like, I don't think any of them thought that it would take this long for Marc to be this good. Or
it'll be that quickly.
Yeah. Because he's been smoking it. And mind you, they do Potter of the Month every month.
Yeah.
Marc has gotten it twice. And we only in the 5th month of this year. You know what I'm saying? And I think this month, he's in the lead for a 3-peat.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, bro, like you smoking this shit too much. So him and Ish have been getting in the conversation. They've been arguing.
Yes.
A lot. And I think it's time to get Ish off of there because on Patreon yesterday, Ish was getting upset because Marc was like, hey, the community is criticizing you. And he was like, no, they're getting personal. And which got me to thinking is when somebody is a celebrity, Antoine is a celebrity, there's different levels.
Yep.
Is there stuff that's off? Should they expect some things to be off limit with them?
I mean, here's the thing: like the comment section, on comment section. Now, I always allow the comment section. You can get off anything personal, right? Mm-hmm. But when you start getting into doxing or the kids, that's when I'm gonna hire somebody to find out where you at, right? Like, but short of that, you can kind of get it off.
Yeah.
So it's like I like if you go into the comment section, you go at your own risk, right? Yeah. One of the things from a guy that, a guy that we really don't like, but he said something one time and it made so much sense. He said, my job is to create content. Mm-hmm. Your job is to leave comments. Like, that's the job. That's the role. Like, if you get that, everything is actually going well. So I don't think there's anything off limits when it's about what someone is saying, pronouncing a word. Like, I know here, I'll mispronounce a word. So it's like, take the shot. Because it's like sometimes it's great feedback. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though it's a shot and it might sting, it's like, yo, it's great feedback, right? But if you start being like, yo, you got Black Dads Club and you're a shitty dad, right? Mm-hmm. And I know you're a shitty dad and yada, yada, yada. Okay, now I gotta look for you.
Yeah.
So I think it's off limits when you start getting to that level, right? Like, you're doing this to your wife or you're like, when you get personal like that, I think that's off limits.
Yeah. You know what? Something you should probably live by. Ice says it's in his bio on Twitter.
Yeah.
You get one shot to be disrespectful, make it count. Cause he blocked you right after that.
And I'm not against blocking. Like I said, but here, it's only 2 people I block on the internet. It's only 2. Okay. I block misandrous.
Oh, shout out to them.
And bigots.
Shout out to them.
Because it's like you're unreasonable and I'm not going back and forth with you, right?
Facts.
Everybody else, I can really go back and forth a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Unless, again, you try to dox me. Because then like, all right, now I got to find you. Yeah. Because I will hop on a plane. I am that guy.
Oh, gosh. And so, the funny part of it is, so I do believe in certain things that's off limit. I believe kids is off limit because there's no point.
Yeah.
You get nothing besides, let me put it like this. There's a nigga out there who, if you sleep with his girl, she could be ugly. You sleep with his girl, he's willing to kill you for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's another nigga out there who you sleep with his girl, he just gonna break up with her, go about his day. You don't want to run into the dude that's willing to kill you for his girl.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I get off on, I'm gonna stand by whatever I say, but I'm not gonna go to a point where I know that, all right, I can't be mad at how you react. Because I didn't have somebody, not about my kid. I remember somebody said something about my nephew one time when he was a baby, and they were literally under my comments because they thought it was my kid.
Yeah.
And I think it was on my photography podcast.
Yeah.
And it was just like, we talking about photography over here. Well, how the hell you getting over here on my family? And you know what I realized? It was a middle schooler. Who was just, and I was just like, I found out what school he went to. You know what I'm saying? But I was just like, it ain't, you know what I'm saying? But it angered me so much. And I remember thinking like, I can't let I can't get this anger again.
Yeah. No, I like that. You get one time to be disrespectful. And make it count.
Please make it count.
Make it count.
Shout out to Ice for that. But also, Ish, I need Ish to understand is, yo, they criticizing you, dog. Ish should get off a lot of.
Well, he's emotional now.
He is.
He was emotional before, but he was able to outbox and outmaneuver everybody else on the pod. Yes. Marc corners him.
Yeah.
And Ish don't know how to get out of the corner.
And I feel bad because there was the JBP community, we have our rankings. And so there's an intelligence rankings.
Yeah.
There's also a sensitive ranking.
Yeah.
Mel and Ish was fighting for that ranking like 2 months ago. They was fighting. And it seems like Mel didn't drop down like 3 spots, bro.
Well, because I think she's enjoying the fight, right? She don't have to get into it. Well, and Marc panders a little bit to women.
Yeah, but it's not even that. You know, it is that, but it's also she don't engage. That's another reason why she get the.
Well, that goes into like her intelligence, right?
Yeah.
Like one of the things about. So when someone obviously knows more than you, because it might not be intelligence between Marc and Ish, it really could just be smarts. Because like intelligence and smarts is 2 different things. Like smarts is like how much information you've retained. Intelligence is problem solving, right? So Marc Lamont obviously have more knowledge.
Yes.
So Marc corners, and Ish could very easily slip these punches by just asking Marc questions and letting Marc corner himself instead of him trying. He can't corner Marc. Marc knows more information. So you have to ask questions to let Marc corner himself. So when it gets clipped and Marc is off just a little bit, like, because that's what the internet waits for it, bro.
They wait for that one slip.
They wait for it. And then they will be on his ass. And then he'll have to see how it feels to have the comment section against you for, a time.
Yeah. And then I told y'all last night, I was like, the problem is, a lot of us go to barbershops and we hear dumb conversations. We sound like we're the smartest in there.
Yeah.
And I done heard some crazy things in it. I tell everybody, I remember being in the barbershop and they were having a debate on who was a better basketball player, Michael Jordan or Carmelo Anthony. And it was a deep conversation for no reason.
Yeah, I would have walked out.
He was finishing up and I was like, I have to go.
I gotta get out of here.
I've heard that conversation, right? So like, I think Ish goes into a lot of barbershops. Yeah. And I'm not actually talking about actual barbershops, but barbershop atmospheres.
Yeah.
And he comes off very intelligent, right? But then Marc, who's been on TV debating other people who are smart because they're super educated, they've been having these arguments. And so he just knows how to debate better and he knows more. Like when Marc and Ish was going back about a word and Marc said, I just wrote a book that was published on this a week ago, and Ish realized he didn't know the definition of that word.
And again, that's pride, right? Because a lot of what Ish... I'm tell you the best thing that gets on people's nerves whenever you debate is that when they're right about something, to be like, oh man, I was wrong. You're right.
Oh
It kills it.
It kills it. Yeah.
That's all you got to do is be like, oh my bad, you right about that.
Yeah. Now I don't like people going to find his kids, his wife. No.
And again, that's too far.
Yeah, but
that's too far. Like,
and that's a certain part of the internet that we just don't agree with.
Yep.
And Ish, I'm gonna tell you this: that whole reparation conversation.
Oh, Ish has some terrible takes.
Oh, he has.
But I mean, we have terrible takes. Well, I'll speak for myself. Yeah, I have terrible takes.
That is true. You do.
Fuck you.
The worst take I've ever heard is say, Ish, this is the worst take of all time. Two bad takes that pissed me off. Ranking number 3 is the reparations. Black people don't need financial reparations because they don't have financial literacy.
Yeah. That
was disgusting.
Yeah.
Because if you give me equity, Ish, I'm just going to sell it to the first buyer, especially if I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
We'll let that rock, Ish. Number 2 was that Tyler's water was bigger than LMA Boo. That is false by a long shot.
That's provable. He can Google that.
He didn't.
Yeah.
He said it. I
prefer both of them. I like both of them. Never mind.
But Boot Up had.
Yeah, Boot Up.
If you had a girl when Boot Up came on.
If you did not have a girl, you was like,
I need
steal my shit.
He's still my shit. There's certain songs that women make that men just fall in love with, and now it's our song. We the Birds then.
Exactly.
And Boot Up was one of those songs. His number one for me was when he told Joe Budden said he don't understand how Drake didn't have a response to Meet the Grams. And it said, yeah, I don't know because I heard this 2 months ago. That was in fact just a lie. And it was a bad lie because I think what they proved was the beef didn't even start yet. So how you heard a full diss on how you hear it and Drake didn't hear it.
Yeah.
And so it was just one of them things where it's like, bro, you ain't have to tell that lie. And it was a bad take. But anyway, Ish is still my guy. You still, my favorite Potter probably still is still Ish, actually.
I mean, like,
Joe,
you know,
Ice.
look, I'm about to say, I listen to Joe. I don't listen to it a lot. The most part I actually listen to, actually like Sean Ryan, which is like a military special forces type pod. With guys are like retelling stories. But Joe Budden is probably in my top 5. And my favorite Potter on the Joe Budden podcast is actually Joe Budden. It still is. Like, I have a lot of issues from Marc Lamont Hill from MSNBC days, and I haven't let that go yet.
Or when he was he had Ebony back when she didn't want the bus driver.
Yeah. Like, it's a lot of takes to Marc Lamont. Like, I'd like to be on the pod because I'm gonna let you corner yourself.
Yeah, look,
I'm gonna ask questions. I'm gonna just
be in the back with Savon and them or whoever run Tanner, whoever run them cameras in the back. I just want to see what camera y'all got. GZ, send her the cars, bro.
Yeah, whatever it is that the judge already said that you need to do, go ahead and send that dude. Hey, look, man, look. I think what's the old Willie Nelson? Willie Nelson said it best. He said, "Do you know why divorce is expensive?" He said, because it's worth it. Yo. And Jeezy, at this point, it's worth it, bro. Like, you don't want to go back and forth. Whatever it is, sign off, hand it off, man. Move on. Get your custody arrangement. Because obviously, y'all are not going to be able to co-parent without a custody arrangement. And let me say this again on the pod. There's no way to co-parent for a long term without a custody arrangement. I'm sorry. You got to get one. So, yeah, Jeezy, just hand it over, man. Just hand it over, bro. And you might do. I'm probably gonna go see you next month or June
with the orchestra.
Yeah,
that junk look fire.
Yeah. Them prices are fire too.
Really?
Yeah, I think they're like $180.
Oh, never mind. I was about to say pod trip. Can't afford it. I was like, that junk look fire.
It do. So I'm gonna check you out. I'm gonna support you, bro. I'm gonna try to put some money in your pocket.
Is it still gonna be is it gonna be TM 101?
I don't know. I didn't look into it because I mean, anytime Jeezy's in town, I check him out. You know that's my dude right there.
South Carolina brother.
Yeah, that's my dude right there, man.
Shout out to South Carolina.
That's my era, man. Trap music. That's my era.
Is it? Or was that my era? Well, no, you was trap. You was in college when that was dropping out. So yeah, that is all right. See, I always want to know what era of music count for us. Like, so I was in the 9th grade when Jeezy dropped, so it's clearly not. But I was in college when Drake, Kendrick, Big Sean dropped.
Yeah, that what do you call that era? I mean, I guess that's like the what did Rick Ross call it?
With who?
Rick Ross. What do you call it? Maybach music.
Yeah.
I think that whole era was just Maybach music.
Yeah,
like that smooth. We hanging out, we chilling. Like, and I love that era. If you had to say what was the best like era of like what type of rap, like you got your 80s rap, you got your gangster rap, you got trap music, and then I think that era right there, I think that grown up era of rap, I think that's the best era, like the Rick Ross, the J. Cole, the Kendrick, the Drake.
See, I'm counting them as a different era of music, even though Rick Ross.
No, because that's all of these guys are 2006 to 2012.
Yeah, that is true. Well, not Drake and them.
Drake is like 2008, 9.
Yeah, so I'm counting. See,
K-Dot's 9, I guess, because K-Dot
he came out the same year. They all came out the same year.
Yeah, so no, that's like, Rick Ross came out what? That was
I got him before them though.
No, because he was still, that was what, 06?
Yeah, but I got Ross
because he came in at the end of the trap, but because he left trap, he left that real quick to go to Maybach music. Like after Port of Miami, that's like Port of Miami was kind of like trapping. Yeah, and then he went straight.
Well, I think so. That's why I got the era of music, the sing-songy, melodic rap era. I think that's an era of hip hop that we just, because then that's when you get the Kanye singing, but then you get the Drake who's singing and rapping. Yeah. You know, you inspired that. I mean,
Future,
Kid Cudi's in there. Yeah, like that's a whole thing. But Rick Ross does have that overlap. And the problem is Rick Ross so damn old that we try to. For those who don't know, Rick Ross started rapping at like 35. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so that's when a bunch of old niggas thought they could start a rap career.
Well, Nelly did it first.
Nelly was old when he
Nelly
started?
was like 29 or 30 when his career took off.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's tough. But yeah, that is a good, what's the best era? But yeah, shout out to Drake and them. What a time.
That was a great time of music, man. Like, It blew up so big that they destroyed it. They were like, yeah, hell out of here with y'all.
Yeah, y'all doing too much.
Y'all doing too much. Let's bring this drill rap in.
Yeah. And then we're going to kill all them. No offense.
No, if they mean to be offensive.
Yeah.
Both sides, the label and the artist.
Bruh, here we go. Hold on. Oh, shit. See, this one I don't like when y'all start doing too much on my phone.
Do you feel like, as a woman in a relationship, right? And put your seatbelt on.
And she pretty.
If he tell you, there's no easy way to say this.
Go ahead. Spit it out.
If he tell you, yo, everything is not your business, does that bother you? Ooh. There are times that maybe as a man, it's like, yo, I'm really good at figuring things out, right? I'm not always really good at explaining myself.
Correct.
Right? So, like, I need you to just, like, shut the up and just, like, sit there for a second.
That's all I need you to do.
Not you. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But like just shut up for 1 second and just let me figure. I just need to figure it out because I'm gonna figure it out.
So I feel like, and just being honest, I think that is definitely one of those times where you do have to sit back. Like a comment like that, or even like that feeling is gonna like hurt my feelings and bruise my ego a little bit, because I do want to be. Again, you're talking to, like, y'all chose very opinionated women, and women raised in New York are also just, we bred a little bit different.
Yeah, right. Very true.
So you guys ended up with some very, very like strong-minded, opinionated, creative, beautiful
I try
women.
not to say that.
So when you say something like that to me, I'm just thinking about the fact that now you're really leaving me out of the process, because it was one thing for me to not have the information that I needed off rip, but now that I'm requesting that information, you're letting me know that I need to mind my business. That's gonna bruise my ego a little bit. But that is the moment, depending on the level and not the strength of the partnership, but just where we're at in our season, where you have to fall back and be like, you know what?
Let me just
we do average
a triple double.
Right.
I do love the discussion online right now. It's New York versus North Carolina, or New York versus the South. That I gotta tag you in it.
Yeah.
You having that, because the New Yorkers calling us dirty, saying we walk on dirt fields and shit like that, and we musty. And
first off, all your grandparents are from the South. First off,
well,
the ones that are not, one dot from the block immigrants.
Hold on, stay on the phone. Rego,
what's up, bro?
I gotta call you back. Me and Mike is on the pod right now.
Oh, bye.
Sorry. But then it was funny because all the people from the South was like, y'all live in projects and y'all don't own nothing. Y'all own no land.
I mean, good luck even leaving. I mean, there's people in New York that's never left the 5 boroughs.
Absolutely.
Excuse me, the 3 boroughs, because one of those boroughs y'all can't even go to.
Yeah.
So
is it sometimes when you got to tell your girl, yo, this ain't your business. This on me.
I like the conversation, but I hate the way that they phrased it. Because good luck having your woman happy with you when you tell her it's not her business. But I think there's things that you keep away from your woman. I absolutely 100% believe that. I believe that there's just certain things that you just don't share with your woman whatsoever.
Does it concern her? Is there certain things that you think you should keep away from her if it concerns her?
Yeah, even so, right? Because let's say that my favorite bar, the bartender is just throwing it at me, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to keep that from my woman, right? I don't need to come home and be like, baby, and that concerns her, right?
Okay, I feel you.
Yeah, even sometimes when it concerns her, right? I don't think you should have every conversation. If you go get the car, repaired, and they like, hey man, the oil ain't been changed in 15,000 miles.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, it concerns her, but what's the use coming home and having that conversation?
Yeah, I mean, if it affects her, I believe in telling her.
I want to talk to my woman. Like, I want to have a conversation, but it's like I'm not telling her everything. She doesn't want to know. I don't care what women say. They don't want to know everything.
That's the thing. My girl don't want to know everything. Also, it is a time. Now, I do agree with what he was talking about at the beginning. It is sometimes where you just like, yo, I can figure this out quicker or faster without you.
Yeah.
And now, what I didn't like what he was saying is he's not good at communicating. You do got to fix that.
You got to fix that.
Because if you can't communicate with your woman, then it might be taking you you might be taking twice the steps to get to the same result.
Exactly.
And I always like to tell the story. I should have had my dad. He was just on the phone. I remember one time we got home from church and my parents didn't have a key. And I remember we were sitting out there and my dad was like, I'm gonna just break a window. And my mom was like, what are you doing? And he just had in his mind. So he getting something to wrap his hand up, blah, blah, blah. And then my mom magically found a key.
Yeah.
Because she had one stashed somewhere. And she was like, here, you was going to break out the window. Did you think about how much it was going to cost? When it was going to get it fixed? Because my dad didn't think about none of that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so is that. I think about myself. I remember, I had one of my boys over. He was asking me about my business. I told him that shit was tough. Like it was tough for me in February this year. It was bad. Like I was stressed. And then I was telling him about that. And I remember after he left, my wife was like, why didn't you tell me none of this? And for me, I was like, I didn't want you worrying about it. Plus I was going to figure it out. And she was like, nah, like I can relieve some pressure off of you. So you don't have to be stressed out. That's the number one thing. So, but I'm with you. Yeah. If I
that is a blessing. Like to know that you have a teammate like that.
Yeah. Who just, when we go to a concert, she gonna make sure she get it back in blood. Like, but whatever.
They gonna always get it back. But if you could just get it back interest free, they're gonna get it back. But if you could just get it interest free for a little bit of time,
she is taking me to Cancun in July.
Okay.
Yeah, she told me this yesterday. So we'll see.
I like it.
I'll tell you how I pay her back. I'm sure. Shannon and Bow Wow, they said they wanted to go to Houston. I ain't never been. Is it like that?
I'm not a fan of Texas in general.
Okay.
And I think we had this conversation because we were talking about San Antonio and Austin and here's the thing.
Okay.
I want Shannon and Bow Wow to go to Houston, Atlanta, Vegas. I want y'all to stay there. Don't be coming to my cities with that simp stuff. Okay?
Yeah.
So stay in Houston. You know what? Never mind. I love Houston. Houston is great. Y'all should go more. Go to Houston, Atlanta, Vegas.
I want to go to Houston. I heard the white girls is thick out there. I just need to see.
I mean, it's pretty women down there.
I just need to see.
So, but
I don't need to experience. I need to see, and I need to do a brunch. I heard brunch down there on Sunday is ridiculous.
That I have not experienced. I mean, look, I enjoy it, but if Shannon and Bow Wow wants to go, more power to them. But stay away from stay domestic. Stay domestic with y'all simping asses.
Shannon, I will say this. I was excited for that Bow Wow interview. I hate that Shannon's case or situation stepped on his Bobby Brown and Bow Wow interview. Especially Bobby Brown.
He did Bobby Brown?
Yeah.
I didn't even see that.
Because the thing dropped the same day.
Oh man, I gotta go back and watch that. Did you like this Bow Wow one?
Not really.
I wanted to make sure it wasn't me.
Bow Wow is very performative.
Yeah, like it's like
we forget that we don't. You definitely don't because you was around. You wasn't listening to him, I don't think. But like Bow Wow has been a child star since he was 6.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he's been on we're lucky that Bow Wow ain't on that Britney Spears.
Oh, absolutely. Like I love and obviously he's a good dad. So let's say that because I mean it seems like his kids love him.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like it's like he never broke out of that. I don't want to say Peter Pan syndrome, but it's almost like bro, we're in our 40s now,
Yeah, he tried and they just didn't give it to him. They didn't let him do it. Because I remember when Bow Wow started doing music with cursing. Pole in My Basement is still one of my favorite Bow Wow songs of all time. I used to play that at the house parties.
He had some hits.
Yeah, but when he grew up, he only had a couple of, it was like 1 or 2. And Pole in My Basement ain't one of those. It's just one of the Coke specials that I used to play all the time at the house parties.
I wonder if with how he was on Shannon Sharpe, I'm like, bro, you need to just go to Hollywood. Like you would be great in black comedies.
And I think Bow Wow made a mistake of he became an actor and he missed that rapper lifestyle. Because we got to remember, he's been famous since he was 6. I remember when him and Soulja Boy was arguing about Lamborghinis. And this is before this is when Soulja Boy took off, but Soulja Boy and Bow Wow in the same thing.
Yeah.
And I remember when Bow Wow said, here's my title in Pink Slip, and your shit is made by Audi. Don't ever talk to me again. And Soulja Boy never addressed that nigga again about his cars. And I think when Bow Wow got older, you do see a Soulja Boy get big, grow, and become a huge star. And you know,
probably from that conversation.
Yeah, because we forget Soulja Boy was the first rapper on YouTube. I know them royalty checks was stupid.
Yeah, they were the first one on ringtones too.
Yeah, so like you get there, then you start seeing, and then people start doing stuff different. Okay, Romeo goes to college. He plays basketball. You go to TV, but then you still missing that. You know, Romeo get to look and say, "Hey, yo, my dad is Master P."
Yeah,
you know, we still in the mix of things, right?
And you know, he's gonna move into movies, going to Southern Cal. But I watched it and I was like, this doesn't feel. It doesn't feel authentic.
Yeah, and that's all. And you know what? It was real tough listening to, and this is why some of y'all Bow Wow, you might be getting close to that age too, buddy. No more socials for you. Like hearing him talk about that whole jet situation was tough to feel like you had to do that. And for him to say, I do this all the time. It's like, bruh, we don't care that you in economy. Like, it's cool.
Yeah. I mean, bro, like you see rappers that have money be like, yeah, I'm flying commercial.
Yeah, I just need to get home. I need to get here. Yeah. Like, I don't care. And I felt bad for him. But you know, at the same time, you're an active dad. You know what I'm saying? The kids seem happy. Your baby moms, I don't see them going off.
No woman has ever went off on them. So I know Bow Wow aftercare package is good.
Yeah.
And big ups to men that handle the aftercare package.
And Bow Wow, you got to stop talking about all the women that you did knock down in the past. They are well past you. You still talking about Kim, Sierra, like.
Yeah, bro, it's a moment. It's happened. Like, we're in the now.
It's over, bro.
We're in the now. We're in the now.
Would they talk to you today?
You're definitely you know what? To that point, that interview definitely gave a lot of varsity letter jacket. Like that. I think that's what bothers me. Now that we've talked it out, that's what bothers me.
It reminds me of the girl who was in the 2 Chainz. Is That Your Thought video for back in the day? I went to high school with her. And I remember I was in.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
I went to high school with her.
Okay.
So
that was a little story for a while, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a little story, especially when she cussed me out. And she was, but it was funny in the comments. She was like, "Yeah, you was a lame in high school," and I was like,
"Yeah, it's a decade ago."
Yeah, bitch. Okay,
it's a decade ago.
Let's talk about today.
Yeah, exactly.
And let's talk about what you're doing today, because I see you every day in my hotel lobby with a duffel bag, changing in the bathroom. But never mind.
Hey man, it's real work.
It is. Shout out to them, man. Shout out to Marriott. I don't think y'all ever gonna hire me again. It's cool. Once this podcast take off, I'll be using my reward points to stay with y'all. Sports. Pop has officially moved to the front office. He didn't even say he retired.
Yeah.
He just ain't coaching no more. Shout out to Greg Pop, man. Go ahead and retire, bro.
Yeah, I mean he's in his 70s, right?
Yes. You done had a stroke. Y'all keep doing this BS of like, yo, we need to see people retire, bro, and live life after retirement.
Dude, are we beyond that? Like, is that part of the world done? Like, no one retires anymore? Just like, you know what? I'm just going to go to an easier job until I pass on. Because I think some of it has been the ideal of every time you see somebody really retire, they like die like 2 years later because maybe they don't have any purpose.
And going to that, like, I mean, this ain't got to go to the
76.
Yeah, bro, it's time to be done. Like, I felt like even though he passed through tragedy, but like Kobe was like the first athlete we actually see retire.
Yeah.
Wasn't on TV. He was coaching his daughter. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but to that point, he had a life outside of basketball.
He did.
Like he seemed like he loved his wife.
Yeah.
You know, he loved his daughter. So I mean, like if I don't know if I'm saying all that. I don't think I ever retire because like what I want to do in life, I'm always going to want to do it.
Clearly, I'm going to be working forever.
But I'm like, I don't think the world is too big for me not to be able to go out and enjoy the rest of the world. Like this idea that I need to be in the office every day and see people. Mm-hmm. Like, no, man, I can be in Tokyo. I can be in Seoul. Like, I can be in London. Like,
Yeah, it's Pop need to retire. I'm calling it here. I think next year is LeBron's last year.
I think it's his last year. I think he's gonna get on Bronny's ass this summer. I think he's gonna bust his ass every day in the gym to see if they can get Bronny to come off the bench at the 6th or 7th man. And I think they're gonna try to give it one good go. I mean, the kid looks super in shape, and because like, it looked like he's putting that work in. I tell you what though, I was watching Snapchat of all places. I think I follow Baller's Life on Snapchat, and they had Bronny working out. He was going 1-on-1 with Darius Garland.
Okay,
and he was holding his own. Like he was scoring, Darius was scoring, but then they had Taylor Horton Tucker in the jail. And when I tell you that sometimes like Taylor Horton Tucker was unfucking guardable, bro.
That's crazy.
He was unguardable. Like they could not stop him from getting to the rim, man. And I was like, boy, if that's not a microcosm of life in general, like when you like, and we know like he's had good games in the NBA, right? So everybody can play. But here you go, Darius Garland is a starter. Taylor Horton Tucker is on the bench. Right? Some nights he don't even show up. Yeah. And when I tell you like he was cooking, I'm like, man. But with that said, look like Bronny, like that was good practice for Bronny. I think he might be 6-man ready next year.
I hope so.
Hot take. I told you I have bad takes, but
I ain't gonna lie.
I think that's the goal.
I was rooting for the Lakers this year because I was like, oh my gosh, SportsCenter would explode if LeBron and Bronny won a championship in Bronny's rookie year. If I was Bronny, I'd retire right there.
No, but I think next year, I think they're gonna work around it. Now the Lakers screwed themselves up. Yeah, not getting Tyrese Haliburton over Westbrook. I don't know what personal BS that was, LeBron. But again, I always tell y'all, as a LeBron fan, he's his own worst enemy.
Yeah.
Like Brooke Lopez should have been on that team. Y'all needed someone that could spot up, shoot, and guard the rim. That's why you had to go get Anthony Davis. But he couldn't stay on the court. So it's like, yo, if they had Buddy Hield on this team on the outside, that's why you went and drafted Dalton Connect. He ain't Buddy Hield. Yeah. Like if y'all had Buddy Hield on this team, you would have had a better team.
They would have had a better team. I think LeBron is next. I think KD might go the year after that, and I think Steph gonna go after that.
I think they might all leave together.
Nah. I hope not. I will put like this. I don't think so, and I hope not. I think LeBron is too petty to go out altogether. KD is actually too petty to go out altogether, too. KD is the type to be like, I'm going to stay 2 more years on the bench so I don't have to go with y'all, so I get my own runway. Or, you know what, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, KD going to retire just randomly.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. But I could also see that, like, as basketball players, man, like, if you love the hoop, this is the highest level of hooping, in the world. You're never going to get this back. No. Like the only thing that they hate is practice. And when you get older as a player, you really don't have to practice anymore. Yeah. So like that's why the old guys stick around forever. That's why Vince Carter sticks around. That's why what my boy in Miami has him. He stayed around forever because like coaches don't expect you to go out there and like give it all in practice.
Yeah, and I really hope LeBron. I'm hoping that I think LeBron's ego and pride won't allow him to like retire on a dime. I think he's going to give us a tour. And I can't wait. And I personally, this ain't me being funny, I can't wait to see all the tribute videos because I know it's going to be
next year we could definitely, if Bronny game reaches a high level, like if they think they could play Bronny in the NBA and he can produce, like he can come off the bench and average like 9-3-3, I don't think
he's going to retire then.
I think he will. If they make it to like the Western Conference Finals. Like not even the finals. I think if you make it to the Western Conference Finals, like if they could just add one more piece on that team, and Bronny can, because he gonna be in the lab this summer. I think his dad is like, hey, you a pro now. Yeah, you younger than me, so there's no way in hell that you're gonna do less than what I do. Yeah, to be a professional. So I think he's gonna try to get Bronny on that team, and they're gonna move forward.
Katie, I can't wait to see you in Houston or New York now. However, Houston, the owners in Houston keep saying like they're going to make a splash, but they want somebody that's like around the same age group as they. Yeah. So that means I don't know if they're trying to just throw off the scent that hey, KD, don't even call us. But
I mean, we'll take them to Miami. We need one more piece.
Y'all need more than that.
Yeah. No. I think. I mean, look, I'm not saying KD is going to get you over the top, but I think with that team and the outside shooting, because our outside shooting was terrible this year. Yeah. So I
don't know. I just saw Houston; they could not score at all.
Jalen Green, what was that?
Well, he going wherever KD getting traded from, so it's cool.
He's going to be like, what was that, like,
bruh? He's done. And then the Knicks, even with them, they snuck one out in Boston yesterday. I keep saying this, and no, but this might be my bad take. Tatum ain't him. I've been saying that for at least 3 years.
No, Tatum is not him, but he got LMA, so he's sort of him.
He is him.
He's sort
and
of
I always
him.
say, did we ever confirm that she was pregnant?
Yeah, I think they had the baby.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Congratulations, if so.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Black Dads Club. Is he black? I think so.
I think so.
Is they baby black? Because LMA is it's a light kid.
Blackish.
Shout out to that show. Jason Tatum plays best when everything is going right.
Yeah.
I've realized that.
Yeah, he's a front runner. Very talented player, but he's 100% a front runner. Like y'all other favorite player.
Who?
I ain't gonna throw him up under the bus today. We ain't gotta talk about it.
Who, Steph?
Yep.
They put me in a group chat with you, or they put your take in a group chat because they try to argue with me about me not knowing basketball. Ryan, I love throwing Ryan under the bus. He's my favorite person throwing under the bus. But Ryan tried to say I ain't know basketball. Then me and him had the same top 10. It was just the order was a little bit different. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. You got LeBron first, Jordan second, cool, whatever. None of them had Wilt in a top 10. Nobody don't know if that nigga exists.
Bruh,
have you ever seen him?
To Wilt, yes, dude.
Okay.
What did we see him play when he was with Philadelphia?
Did you ever see him in person?
Like not in person, TV? No. I mean, yeah, dude. He was just on TV. Like, I mean, not like just like, but it's like not even like a decade ago.
You sure?
I mean, not a decade ago. Yeah, dude, Wilt's a huge guy.
No, I seen film of him in person sitting down with other
Dude, he's still bigger than Shaq.
I understand.
Like,
were you sure that was him? Did they say, "Hey, Mr. Chamberlain, can you please speak"? Like, I don't believe that he ever existed.
Let me tell you how good Wilt was.
I know how
they told Wilt that he only scored all them points because he didn't pass the ball. The next year, the man led the league in assists. Like, bro, Wilt. This is what if LeBron James had Giannis' body, right?
Okay.
That would give you like 25% of what Wilt Chamberlain would be.
I don't believe this man existed.
Bro, like phenomenal freaking athlete, bro. Like I don't even know if you ever see that. Like, I mean, because you take Wemby, right? Wemby is probably gonna go down one of the greatest players as long as he stay healthy.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, like Wilt's better than him, bro. Like this dude was a freak of everything.
All right, man. If y'all say so. Never seen him. Giannis, we don't know what he gonna be because he running them people's fathers on the sidelines.
Hey, big up to Giannis and his wife and his family, man. Like, Matt, yeah. Well, I don't know if he's married, but I mean, they got 4 kids now, maybe 8. Giannis is not getting off his wife. Giannis and ASAP might bring back having babies, bro.
Yeah, with the woman you love. Yeah,
those two brothers might bring back having babies with the women you love, bro.
Raising a fertility rate.
So I big up to both of them on that. Even though ASAP said some sus stuff, and I'm act like you never said it. I'm just gonna pretend that I didn't read it and just move on from it.
Why are you giving that up?
What?
Why is ASAP telling us he wearing her clothes?
I don't know why. You can say nothing.
And we'll be fine.
You'll be fine. Like, you can still wear it and say nothing. Like, what? Like, what are you doing?
Bro, I remember one time my mom whipped my ass for putting on her tennis shoes. She told me to go get the mail, and I ain't had no shoes. I put her tennis shoes on. I came in the house. She whipped the hell out of me. You don't wear women's shoes. The church messed us up. Well, go ahead.
No, I agree with that one. No, that was a good one.
It was Nikes, Mike. I get if it was heels or slippers.
What color was they? I don't know. What color was it?
So that might have been why she wore her white tennis shoes.
Yeah, you probably went out there. You had probably just cut grass or something. Probably not because they were her shoes. Probably because you got them dirty.
But go back to Giannis. Giannis versus Haliburton's
dad. I love the way he spoke afterwards. Like Giannis, I was already a Giannis fan. Like not so much of a basketball fan, but a fan as a man. And after how he handled that and how he said, how that made me feel, and. I like the way he handled that whole situation. Now, Tyrese Haliburton, dad, you acting just like the type of dude that sleeps with snow bunnies. Like you acting just like a dude. No offense to our audience that sleep with snow bunnies. I always tell y'all, go where you love.
Shout out.
But yeah, he acting just like one of those dudes.
He acting like a YN.
Yeah,
a young nigga.
Like
I just don't get it. So all right. So for those that I know, I guess Tyrese hit the game winner, right?
Yeah, it was like
it was a tap.
Go ahead, layup.
Go ahead. So they win the game. They put in the rope. They dropping the confetti. Tyrese Haliburton's father is on the court yelling at Giannis. Giannis approached him.
Yeah.
They go forehead to forehead. Shout out to my man who did not back down, even though he a 1.5 foot short. It looked like it hurt Giannis' neck to bend down to touch foreheads. Now, Giannis has been on this real like testosterone like thing lately, which I ain't a fan of, but whatever, you do your thing. However, I felt bad for Tyrese after all this. Because you got to criticize your father.
Yeah, and it's your moment.
It is your moment. And the first thing, y'all didn't like that. I'm going to talk to my father. That never, because Tyrese know what all of us know. You lucky they ain't run a test. Steven Jackson, Ben Wallace. The best, the South Carolina native.
Yeah.
Jermaine O'Neal would have hooked his ass and slept him.
And you know, like Dad, like that's a big guy. I don't want to have to try to deal with Giannis.
Yeah.
But no, the father, like, look, big ups to all the black dads out here.
Shout out.
Pod is Black Dads Club. But y'all guys that are, you know, that have sons that are in sports, man, like let your kids do what they do and don't make it about you. Like, you've had your moment.
Yeah.
Your moment now is being the father of the Tyrese.
Yeah.
You get to be that guy now.
Yeah.
That's gonna get you play. You going on the court versus Giannis, that ain't gonna get you no play, bro.
Because if he sleep you are out.
You gone. You
out of here.
Yeah. Speaking of fathers, the AB and Dion.
Are they beefing?
I don't know yet, because I think Dion is smart enough to know that AB is unhinged. And
he got CT.
Yes. It's like
self-diagnosed.
Yeah. I think we all saw that the night he got hit.
Yeah.
Like that is definitely what a CT hit looks like.
Yeah.
But with that being said though, boy, he was cooking Shiloh.
Yeah, so that's why I'm asking, do they really have a problem? Because if I got a problem with you, I'm not letting you around my kid.
Well, here's the thing. If you cooking my son, you don't need to put it on your profile to show you cooking my son.
Nah.
That is gonna.
He was cooking.
He was shot. Like I was.
How old is Shiloh?
Shiloh like 22, 23. He was signed by Tampa Bay. Yeah.
Oh, I thought Shiloh was the youngest one.
No. Shiloh was actually older than Shador.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you a grown man. Yeah, I'm cooking your son. Oh, yeah, then they definitely beefing. Now that I'm doing the math. Okay. I thought Charlotte was the youngest. Sorry, y'all.
Yeah.
We do no research for this pod. So if that's the case, yeah.
We need a producer.
And if I ain't played in 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
And I'm still doing this.
Man, he was cooking them.
Good Lord, and it wasn't even like fair.
Yeah.
He was running a route. You know, there's a favorite thing. Isaiah Thomas always talks about Kyrie Irving. He said Kyrie Irving will dribble the ball, leave you, feel bad for you, come back to you, so it look like you still in the play, and then he leave you again to show you that, all right, I'm playing with you. This nigga AB ran whatever route.
Yeah.
I know zero about football. I just know he went back towards this nigga just to lead this nigga again. And I was like, what are you doing? That's not necessary.
Hey, the clip is it's such a bad cooking. It's actually worth looking up on Twitter.
It is. And then he just posts, oh man. I didn't know. Damn, that is funny.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, I think they are beefing, but I think Dion knows that AB is unhinged. What you gonna say? It would be like if Kanye said something about you. Like, are you really gonna go back and forth with Kanye on the internet?
Yeah. Kanye came out and said he was gay.
Kanye says so much. I don't know what to believe with Kanye. I 100% have no clue what Kanye say is true and what Kanye say is false. I have no clue.
I believe everything that all of y'all say, and I believe nothing.
I'm about to say I have no clue. So whatever Kanye say is like, I don't know. Big ups to him if he is.
Shout out to that album that you dropped that nobody heard. I love him dropping the album, and then all the producers say, yo, we never gave no permission to this. We didn't get paid for this. And Kanye was like pleading to the audience, like, they're trying to take my music down. Oh, Kanye's hilarious.
Definitely needs to be on medication.
Absolutely.
Big ups to him, but hey, Kanye, you're making it hard, bro. You're making it hard for us to continue to defend you.
What you doing this weekend?
I don't know, man. What is going on this weekend? I think I have kiddo. I think it's this Mother's Day weekend, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
You got your kid for Mother's Day?
Yeah, man. I 1 week on, 1 week off, man.
So what do you prefer? It's Father's Day weekend. You prefer to have him or not to have him?
I'm not. So truthfully, I'm not a holiday person.
Okay.
So for anybody that knows me, it's like I don't really celebrate holidays. I just hang out with friends and family.
And Mike is only like that because his birthday is on Christmas.
That might have something to do with it. It might be an everlasting bitterness.
Yeah.
So it could be. I don't know. I've never known anything differently. So, but I mean, I do need to find a gift for my mom. That's probably what I'm doing.
I need anybody that does car mobile detailing, please.
Oh crap! I need to find a gift for my son's mother. Whoops.
Yep.
Whoops.
Hey, you only got 4 more years of it. Because when I turned about 12, 13, my dad was done. He was like, I'm not getting no other stuff.
That's right, because I'm about to give him allowance, so next year it's going to be on him.
It's on him, yeah.
So, yeah.
I think that's the other reason why my parents started the child labor payments. Like, they were like, all right. My dad was like, I'm done. And my mom the cheapest of the family, so she was definitely done.
What you got going on?
Dog, I don't think nothing. Let me check my calendar. Nothing really. It was funny. So I was helping my friend Naj. Shout out to her. Hell no. Working this weekend. It's Mother's Day. Before I go to that, Sunday on Mother's Day, I'm taking pictures of the UN, all the moms. Yeah, so we take pictures. Yeah, it's cool. So I'm gonna take a picture with them and their kids.
I can't wait to see them. That's a cool group of folks, man.
Yeah. So but it was funny. So I was helping Naj this past weekend with a wedding. So I go there. You know, she has to introduce me to everybody, and so she introduced me to the groom. He was like, "What's up, man? Follow your podcast." And I was just like,
we are 100% the largest podcast in Charlotte. Like, it's not even close.
And it was funny because I was talking to somebody. What was I doing Friday? Sorry, y'all. I have to do this because it's going to help me to know I don't know what days happens anymore. I guess I was doing nothing Saturday. I was hanging out.
You had a wedding, looked like it, on social media.
Maybe I did a wedding. No, that was something else. I don't know. Somewhere I was at. Somebody came up to me. The wedding I was at was on Sunday, but somebody came up to me and was talking to me about the pod. No, when I went to that event, to that graduation scholarship event that I went to a couple weeks ago, I was there and somebody came up to me and she was like, I was going to shake her hand because she gave me a smile.
Yeah,
she was like, she was happy. So I'm like, oh, I must know. It must be one of my old clients. She's like, oh, you don't know me. I follow your podcast. And I just wanted to speak. She didn't give me her name. Sis, whoever you are,
appreciate
I love you.
All y'all in Charlotte that follows the reels. Like, I can't even mute the thing. Like, I done muted it. I still get alerted all the time.
I done muted it.
But I appreciate it.
And then, you know what's funny is I was telling her, I saw her looking at me later and I was like, oh, I'm totally different when I'm at work. Sorry.
Yeah. Way quiet in real life. So but you know, get enough drinks in me and we're not in town. I have a good time with you.
Oh my God. You put some drinks in me and start telling and ask me some questions, I will start telling the truth.
Yeah. We'll have a good time.
Look, man, I want to thank y'all for listening. Make sure you send this to 3 people. Shout out to Poor Mind. Shout out to Hair Wraps and Lipstick. Any other women podcasts I want to shout out to the 2 a.m. podcast. I just throw that at the end so y'all can't say we misogynistic.
You'll get that anyway. They don't care.
There is. And we're going to holler at y'all next time.
Holler at your boy.